Edge technology screens. Trying to get my stand to adjust here a little bit better. All right, so one of the biggest problems that people have when it comes to projection screen setups, first problem out of many, is being able to produce a image in a fully lit environment. With your overhead lights or with wind light coming in, most people when dealing with projectors, the first thing they feel they have to do is to darken the environment. They have to go in and get darker curtains to block more light. And it definitely can't have any lights near the screen because this could cause the screen to wash out or fade. Even if you have an ultra short throw projector and it's sitting very close to your screen, you still are going to run the risk of your screen washing and fading out. Now, this is where the gunmetal or darker screens come into play because these are screens that pretty much can take in a lot of ambient light and still maintain images at the end of the day. But as I said before, even with that being said, with our technology, one of the things you don't want to lose is you don't want to lose contrast and you don't want to lose color. And that's two things you are definitely going to lose if you're in a fully lit environment. This is something where gunmetal screens promise you this, which they can do to a certain degree, because as we showed you before, next to black technology, where the gunmetals have an issue pulling the contrast and color. So, look at my surrounding environment. As you can see, plenty of light coming through the windows. We have the overheads on, plenty of light, as you can see. And behind me, when I turn around, we're going to be using my 100, sorry, not 100 inch anymore. It was 92, but we converted it because we made the screen borderless and expanded the screen. So I'm probably around 98, around there, somewhere on my screen size. So anyway, behind us, we have a motorized projection screen coated with the 39 Black Widow. This is the darkest screen paint we developed, and we call this the OLED screen paint. All right, so as you can see, all the light we have in the environment, plenty of light, no dark areas. And when we do these demonstrations, again, as I explained to you before, for consumers that are buying a screen for the first time, we do not hug the screen, which means we're not sitting so close to the screen that you can't see the surrounding environment, which is very important for the customer to see how the screen is going to react to the ambient light in the environment. All right, so let's go around and show you what we're getting on our end. There you go. So, projector we're using in our demonstration because we do not use expensive, overpriced, high-powered projectors because this clearly shows the customer at the end of the day if he wants to be able, or she or he wants to be able to achieve that same level of picture quality, they're going to have to purchase that projector in order to do so. The projector behind us will cost our customers roughly around under 250 bucks. Actually, I would say roughly under $200. I saw projectors today for the projector we're using in our demonstration going for $165 to 150 bucks on eBay. That's what we purchased ours from. So ours from for $109. That's what I purchased my projector for. You see how beautiful the image pops up. And as you can see, we got no washing, no fading, nothing. Nice, beautiful image, beautiful colors without the screen washing out. So that's when we're bumping into it. Now, what is the angle gain on our screens? Well, this is the angle gain right here. Our screens will pick up at a 190-degree viewing angle, even with the lights here, even with the window light here. So this is how you fix your problem of not being able to enjoy your picture in a fully lit environment. We specialize in dark technology. We also specialize in ambient light rejection technology. I'm going to put my phone here. I'm going to go grab a fan for this room right here. It is getting a little toasty in here. And you guys can check out, let me see if I can put you on a nice angle here. I want you to be able to see the screen, but also to see the window at the same time. So you can see the angle gain. There we go, that's a perfect angle right there. So that way you can see the screen, the angle of the screen, and the window at the same time while I go grab a fan. Okay, I had to go grab me a fan from downstairs. 250-inch is done drying. So that's great. All right, my fan over here. A little air in here. Just want to cool it down in here a little bit. There's my fog tape. Just looking for that. See how crisp and how beautiful the image is. Keep in mind, like I said before, we're using a 720p projector. This is a WXGA projector. Right there. And that projector right there, the Christie LW400, that projector cost me $109. That's it. And I see demonstrations out there on people with $1,500, $1,800, $3,000 projectors, and they're still stuck in these really dark environments. And that's a shame when you have a projector that powerful and you're stuck in the dark. Meanwhile, we're over here with our $109 projection screen that we got off of eBay. Converted it into a complete edgeless black screen, and we're using a 720p projector to be able to produce this beautiful image in a fully lit environment. I like to get it back to something to show both at the same time. There we go. Ooh, man. I think I'm gonna wait till tomorrow to cut the grass in front of the house because, man, it is hot outside. It got real humid real quick. And I don't want to be outside in that weather right there and deal with that. So I'm gonna wait until tomorrow. I think we got a few thunderstorms coming through. Last time we painted the 250-inch screen, we had a major thunderstorm come through right after that. That was just interesting. When I was testing the screen, it was testing the screen when we put it up there. But I think I'm gonna wait me a few days and then we'll set it up. But until then, we got plenty of screens to show up inside the house. So this is for people who have been asking us about motorized projection screens. Can you paint a motorized projection screens with our screen paints? Sure you can. I have 4 of these, 4 motorized projection screens. And they're cheap. This is a different company than the other 2 I have. Actually, the other 3 I have. The other 3 I have, basically, when you take the motorized projection screen and you rise it up, you have to be there to make sure it stops or makes a grinding noise. This one automatically stops, has a much more quieter motor, and like I said, screen size being at, we added 6 more inches to the screen. So the border going around the screen is around 2 inches. Since the screen is completely borderless, that's 4 inches that we added to the screen because we removed that. The screen is 92, so that's 96, including an extra 2 inch to raise the screen just a little bit. So around altogether 98. Yep. Now we got one of these screens downstairs that we converted to a 4.3, which was pretty fun to do. These are screens, nice screens to play around and have some fun with. Now are you going to mess up your motor when you paint it? No. That's why we come up here maybe like a week ago or maybe like 2 or 3 days after we paint it and show you that we can roll the screen up over and over and over again. But what I'm showing you is the screen's amazing angle gain capability where you can see my windows, see the overhead, and catch the angle of the screen that's super jet black. That's maintaining this image on a $109 projector. Now we have people out there that'll say, well, it's a 4,000 lumen projector. 4,000 lumen projectors do not work on gray, silver, or white screens. You got a dedicated theater room in the back over there that'll tell you different. They don't work. And that room in there is dark. They don't pick up in there. Now my projector in there is 5,000 lumens, 1920 by 1200. It's a Christie LW505. If it can't pick up on that screen, it's not going to pick up in here. These are 4,000 lumen projectors. And at the end of the day, like I said, my customers don't really pay anything for their projectors. I had a customer a couple days ago, we got them a $164 projector. A Christie, just like the model I have right over here in the demonstration. They went over to eBay. They paid $109 for their projection, for their motorized projection screen. They went the same setup, and $204 for the paint. Something that I don't know where that came from. A comparison of that product, that network paint versus our technology. No. Our screens can see a 100% contrast level. Great paint can't pick that up. That's why I'm sitting here showing you this demonstration of my screen on an angle while we're staring at the windows and the ceiling light at the same time. And the screen's not affected one bit. Now, for those of you who think about doing motorized projection screens outside, we have to do a tutorial on that, because I've seen some interesting stuff on some of the different places that sell motorized projection screens. I've seen a lot of 4.3s popping up, a lot of 4.3s. So you have to be careful about those, because a 4.3 screen is not going to give you the same as 16.9. And for those of you who want to use these outside, keep in mind a weatherproof motorized projection screen is extremely expensive. I've never seen a generic company make one. But I have seen a few people on Amazon posing that their screens are used for outdoors. The only problem is, this is the game I was playing yesterday. This game is so freaking fun. The only problem is that you have with that, it doesn't give you a specification on why the screen is basically weatherproof, like saying that, okay, you won't have to worry about sand or dust, or the inside is completely sealed. It doesn't say that, which it should. Because again, you run the risk of somebody getting electrocuted, or you could run the risk of you damaging something that you paid a lot of money for. They're about $300 on there, about $300. All right, we got the room nice and cooled down. It's cooling down now, thank you. Yes, man, these rooms get a little hot. Let me take this off my stand. We don't need to stand in here. Or stand out here. Now we can do something in our demonstrations that, from what we've seen already from anybody on YouTube, they don't do demonstrations where they're staring out the window. They got to worry about that window light disrupting the screen. We don't have that issue over here. Here's the product we have right here. Big symbol. They come in the new 50 ounce. Well, we actually only have them in 50 ounces only. That's how we ship them, in the big 50s. Now we got these in 24. We got rid of the 48s. We decided to go with the 50s. So the 50 containers, I got those due to the fact that I wanted the labels to look really nice on the containers and plenty of room to play. So that's why we went with the 50 ounces. That's the only reason why. I wanted the labels to look real nice on them, and the 48 ounces just weren't going to cut it. So that's why we went with the 50s instead. Because I wanted to be able to put that big symbol on the top and right there, big label, and big label on the back. That's what we wanted. Stands on bigger than me. Oh, it's finally cool in here. I had to run my air conditioner last night in here. That's for the crown molding design we're doing. This is a whole project by itself. In case you've never seen this area before, this is my dedicated theater room I'm in here building. It's getting there. It's taking its time, but it's getting there. Right now I got 2 screen paints to do today. We got the unicorn to do today, which will be here today. And I have an Invisible Gamer 39. And we still got a 250-inch screen on the floor. All right. Ooh, look at that right there. Look how gorgeous that looks. I like this room. I like putting screens here because the window distance is not that far away. It's definitely going to make contact. As you can see how well lit the floor is. It's the way it's supposed to look. So when I come in here, sometimes I'll be here staring out the window, or over here doing a little gaming, or watch some movies on this over here. That's the ultra short throw, 130 bucks. That's it. I love to show that angle gain off the lights at the same time. But like I said, this technology is tested in the max out zone, which I have a 109-inch 1610 customized gaming screen downstairs in the max out zone, and they're used to taking in a ton of ambient light all day down there. That's why I said up here, this is a cakewalk for it. All right, I'm gonna grab me always have to grab a gray sheet of gray screen paint, because we do this every time. Like I said, for some people who try to make it known like it's something new, we do this in every demonstration because I like to show the customers or anyone who's doing business with us that even if you come up with a solution by saying, okay, I'm just going to paint the screen, I like to do it this way, people, because I want to show up the angle of my screen and the window at the same time. But we do this in every demonstration. We show off the gray paint, we show off the white paint, we show off the silver. And the reason why this is important because my customers need to see, okay, what if I decide to go with this? What if I decide to go with that? We take all the guesswork, we do the demonstration right there for you to see. So let me go get my samples from downstairs and you guys enjoy our angle gain, overhead light, and the window at the same time. I think next week I'm going to go get one of those huge massive dog dishes that you can hook a water hose to and sit it right near the edge of my house because people walk by with their dogs. I know dogs got to be thirsty, so they can stop off at the corner of my house and get some water. So that's what I'm going to do. You know, water though is pretty cheap, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up something where I can hook it up and I can fill it up with water for the dogs so they can have something to drink. Put a sign out there, let them know. I'm pretty sure it's a pretty nice neighborhood, so I don't think we don't have kids that roam in the neighborhood. You never see them. Like they got some kind of after school programs. I don't know what they do, but you never see them. I think I've only seen 3 kids since I lived in this block, and they're pretty respectful. So I don't think I got to put a camera up there staring at the dish. I fear some dum-dum might put something in it, but we don't have that issue. Besides, my camera is hit right near the edge of the driveway anyway, so I'll be seated anyway. But I think that's something nice, so the dogs can get something to drink, or any animal, so they get something to drink. So I always leave water dishes outside. I bring them in the wintertime, at night because of mosquitoes, but, you know, Everybody needs to drink water, right? I feed everything in the neighborhood. That's what I do. All right. We got the gray sample sheets here. We got the silver. Now the silver is ours. The silver is Digital One Crystal Screen Paint Elite. It was the last screen paint we ever made after we got done, and we converted completely over into black technology. We slowly eased into it with the D5K and D6K, and then we went into black technology. And that was the last one we did right there. And then I got it certified from downstairs too. I got our Dark Star 9. Because I like to show that out when I go into form sites. I like to show them we take a $109 screen and we use it to be able to compete with a $3,000 screen. All right, bring you guys around this way over here. So you can see the screen on this side. I think we got enough air in here now. I'm good. I'll turn this down off, turn it off. Here it is. I don't want to put an air conditioner in my windows. I really don't, because I don't want to block any light. I really don't. I like the light we have in here. I'm thinking I might just find another portable one. I can just put it in there, but I really don't want to block any light at all. All right, so what we're going to do first is we're going to get our Dark Star 9 right there, our certified screen right there. That way we range for everybody. There's some people out there that buy. I got customers that. I had a customer one time that's going to drop $20,000 on a screen. $20,000 on a screen. And he's a good friend of mine. We've been friends for like forever, but yeah, he was going to drop 20 grand on the screen. He told me he's right in the process. He was going to pull the trigger. He was going to buy this $20,000 projection screen. I ain't going to tell you the company, but yeah, it was a big name company. And then he was going through the internet and he found my video popped up. And he started listening to some of the things I was talking about how these screens have these narrow viewing cone effects where they go all the way dark on the corners. And he went and researched it, had a conversation with the company, and they actually admitted that their screens do have an issue with narrow viewing cones. And he decided to buy from us and been my customer ever since. Saved him a lot of money. So he went from spending almost 20 grand for a screen, and at the time, I think they probably bought from us, he painted a 180-inch screen. He was going to get a 120-inch for about 20,000, somewhere around that price. And then he ended up upgrading to a 180-inch screen with our product, only spending like 400 bucks. So when I explain, people don't understand that when they sit there and they make comments, I'm not going to go into it, when they comment, we're not on a level of gray screen paint. We do that to show you that there's a difference. We work with certified screens. That's what I like to work with, the big boy screens. So customers that we deal with from time to time are people that are going to spend $15,000, $5,000, $6,000, $8,000 for a high performance screen. We go in and we show them they don't have to spend that kind of money at the end of the day, that our technology can outperform that high-end screen. As for these products right here, they can't compete with gunmetal screens because gunmetal is the reason why these screens went obsolete. That's why. All right, let's put this right here. So, I told you the whole story, for why these, what's a nice looking truck. Oh, that's pretty cool. Why these high-end, these gray screen paints, silver paints and all that went out because of the gunmetal. The whole purpose of the gray screen was to be able to produce better contrast and color compared to a white screen. And that's why I find it interesting when I have people that will actually make these comments about the white levels. It was never about the white levels. You're so far off, it's not even funny. Go back 9 years, it's not about the white levels. It was about color and contrast. That's it. The reason why they made the paint light enough to be able to pick up the higher white levels. But anything, at the end of the day, quite frankly, it's going to be better than a white screen. So that's what the competition was when gray paints came out, was versus white screens. So the whole purpose of the gray screen was able to see better contrast and better color. So what do you do when a technology pops up, like gunmetal, like black diamond, like the Dark Star 9, that has the ability to pull a heavier contrast because it's darker, better color, and can maintain its white levels because it has a reflective surface. There you go. And that's what obsoleted these screens right here. This is why they disappeared. Well, to a certain degree, they didn't have the price they used to go for back then. Because keep in mind, the only screens at that time was goose screen. The goose screen was very expensive. So, you know, people would go out and spend almost $200, $300 for great paint because goose screen was insanely expensive if you had the money to get one. They were the black diamonds of screen paints. So, yeah. But then when these gunmetal screens started coming out, ooh, that was it. I never forget the first time I saw Screen Innovation come out there and take that sample sheet, and everywhere he moved that sample sheet around on the screen in that fully lit environment, it popped up. Boom, 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 boom. Never seen anything like it. And then when I got a chance to have the actual sample sheet and take it home, yep, that was it. I had to make a choice right there and then. Either I can continue to make this stuff right here, or I can change over and try to make something equal or better than their product. That's where we started developing D5K, D6K gunmetal technology, and then from there we eased into black technology. Now, if they're going to go into comparing white levels on screens, then they are completely wrong when they mention a gray screen. Because a silver screen picks up a higher white level than a gray screen. So the only thing that the gray and silver screen can see is a somewhat proper white level, but they can't see contrast and they can't receive color. White screen. Oh, I forgot. We're on PC, aren't we? What's on Fire Stick? Ah, that's on Fire Stick. All right. Forgot we're in PC. Let me grab the Fire Stick. This is easier for me to do. Let me just call out my commands on here. PC, I got to typing this and typing that. All right. Let's go ahead and let's grab some power. I think the Chromecast and the Fire Sticks, best invention ever. Because if you had TVs or screens, I have projectors all over the house. Can you imagine going to Comcast and running all that freaking cable from one section to here, to here, to here, to here? And you just take one of these units and just plug it in anywhere in the house. Boots off Wi-Fi. Freaking amazing. When the first time I bought a Chromecast, we had a TV upstairs. I'm like, crap, I got to go and spend more money to have them put in an extra line just for the bedroom. And then someone was like, you ever tried Chromecast before? So you can plug into a projector? Like, yeah. Plug that thing up, I fell in love with it. I bought 4 more of them. Then with the Chromecast, the only problem with that is you have to stream it off your cell phone or something like that. Fire Sticks run independently. So that's when I grabbed one of those. Alright, let's back up some because you know me, I don't like to be on top of the screen. There we go. Alright, so now we can do command of color. White screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now, keep in mind, as some people would say, that in order to make our screens look brighter, we're changing cell phone settings. So that means, let's look at the physical part of this all, right? The projector at 4,000 lumens that's making contact with the screen. If our screen is the only one being affected, that means the 3 screens in front of it are not being affected by the lumens, only our screen would make it virtually impossible. That's like it rains and you can walk and not get hit. Everybody else does, but not you. That's virtually impossible. That you've got some kind of magical powers at the end of the day, and if that's the case, you should not be working a 9 to 5 in any way whatsoever. You should be ruling something. So all the screens are being hit with the same amount of light, including behind us. I love doing this one the most when we do form sites all the time, because they'll look at this and they'll go, oh, well, that means that because the white level is lower on the black screen, the other screens are going to be to pick up a much brighter. Nope, no, 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 no. Brighter white levels means lower contrast and lower color. You're reacting like a white screen. That's what white screens do. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Why did that just drop the minute of the screen came? Like, nope, 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 we're not doing this. I'm out of here. We've done this too many times already. We are done. Man, we put the button and it just drops right off. Back up there. Behave. Now, that's the reason why, as you can see, the color is not coming up correctly. It's supposed to be red, not washed out. On top of that, we have the window light and overhead and all that. But yeah, it's not supposed to be washed out. Blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
No, never can get the best blue screen. We got commercials on that. There we go. Oh, we'll do that later on. I've got another one of these screens coming in. We're going to do a half and half. So we're going to do one half of it, we're going to keep one half of it white, the way it came, and the other half with our black technology. Let's see, let's go switch into some colors here. Let's go over and grab some purple. Okay, now mind you, like I said, for our customers, and I hate to, I'm not bringing them up because I don't want them in my videos. I don't want his name mentioned in my videos, nothing. We're done with that. We'll do the challenge and we're finished. But let's talk about this. We're going to talk about the comment. So the comment, this individual said that 24 ounces, it took 24 ounces to paint this screen right here at $204. So 24 ounces, you're getting more bang for your buck. Actually, you're getting more paint, but on top of that, you're getting a lower performance screen, which means you'll have to spend more money for a projector, which means you'll have to be in a darker environment, which means you'll have to calibrate at the end of the day. And even after all that, you still will not be able to pick up proper color or contrast next to the gunmetal or black technology, which means you just downgraded your screen and you downgraded your projector. This projector behind us is designed to see some amazing colors. The problem is that the gray screen is not picking up the colors. The $3,000 projection screen, if we had it on a white surface, to be honest, a background white surface, that $3,000 screen would blow these away. But unfortunately, it's sitting behind our technology. So that shows you that our screens next to a certified $3,000 screen, that's what our screens are designed to do. So so he's saying you're getting more for your money. What I see here is the fact that if I'm an everyday customer and I'm watching this demonstration, I don't have to spend $3,000 for a projection screen because that's a $3,000 screen in the middle. The gray screen's not giving me any contrast, not giving me any color, so that's washed out. And the silver screen is even more because it pulls up a higher white level. Then the second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the environment. How much light is in the environment compared to what the black screen's taking in. So the customer's going to look up at here, say, okay, he's got the lights on here. Impressive. He's got his windows open, lights pushing right directly on the screen. But what kind of projector is he using? So you look at the model number on the projector. You go, wow, that's a Chrissy LW400. Let me go look that up at a Projector Central to find out that projector was discontinued in 2012, old model, 720p. Then they go to look and see how much it costs. $164, that's it? That's all he's paying for that projector. Are you kidding me? There you go. Instead of looking at a product where you have a gray screen or a certified screen, and you look at that projector and like, wait, how much? $3,300, $1,800, $1,500 compared to my $109 projector. And then you look at the environment, windows are shut, dark environment. Yeah, there you go. And then you hear the word calibrate, 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 calibrate. Yeah, there's your problem right there. All right, let's go switch over from here. So again, for $204, you have now technology to convert a $109 screen into a screen that can take out a $3,000 screen with no problem. And you can do it in a fully lit environment. You can do it on a projector that's not going to cost you any money at the end of the day, and you don't have to calibrate. Right? They don't want to be there. And you don't have to calibrate. Which customers I talk to, everyday Joes, don't want to do. They don't want to calibrate jack. Paint it up, put it in their man cave, or where we're going to have it at, pop some popcorn, and watch. That's it. Marco's backpack.
You might think it was a ball, because we what does it look?
We'll do a slow color change out. This is very important. It shows you how the screen's going to react to different colors. Whatever your color you see on here that's not reacting, it's going to react the same way, whether you watch movies, sports, gaming, whatever, it's going to react the exact same way. We haven't got the contrast, and this is what these screens are strictly designed for, to pull a 100% black level. Regardless if your projector has a 2000 to 1, 3000 1, or 100 to 1, it doesn't really make a difference. Your screen is jet black. Let's go play on the side that they can't go. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now I can't express this enough. I say it every time. Anytime you do a contrast demonstration, you must be in a fully lit environment. If you do your demonstrations in the dark, you know what happens? When customer comes in to buy the product, he's going to turn his lights on, unless you're telling them that, hey, look, nice living room and all, but you can't have the lights on or no windows hitting that screen because it's going to wash out when it comes to those contrasts and colors. So you're going to have to do this. Get some blackout curtains, lower the lights, maybe get dimmers put in, get something to be able to adjust your light settings. We don't have that over here. It's either lights on, or lights off, windows open or not. That's it. So let's go pull up the Starfield and see what we get. And there you go. When I tell you there is no gunmetal screen anywhere that can beat this technology, there isn't. Because the screen can generate a 100% contrast level, which means the darker the technology, and keep in mind you still have to be able to adjust to white light, because I showed you, we did the demonstration downstairs in the max out zone with the black paint versus 39 Black Widow. You can see where we were able to put bright colors where the black paint can't do that because it can't see and accept white light. You have to have both. That's why when we show off the white levels, it's not about who has the brightest screen. There's a certain tone I'm looking for. So if those screens pick up a certain tone, we know we can beat the screen. Just like this. So for someone to say that I'm going to do a demonstration showing our product against network gray, we do this just about every single day in every demonstration on every form site we pop on. Because we have to show you a difference. No, we do it all the time. All right, let's pull some more. Let's pull up the my personal favorite one. You know what I like? 8K Desired Nature.
Getting that from YouTube.
And he messed it up again always. 8K Desired Nature. We should reverse that one.
Getting that from YouTube.
There we go. We got it. There we go. That's what I want right there. So are you saving any money with the Network Grade 773? No, you just dumb down your screen, you dumb down your projector, and you have to darken your environment just to pull up a decent shade of gray or spend more money on a projector. Dark Star 9, amazing piece of technology. On a white screen, it would easily take any one of these screens out, as long as we're not in the picture. If we're in the picture, different story. Yeah, when I tell you our technology can take out a $3,000 projection screen with no problem, yeah, no problem, on a 720p projector. So we save our customers thousands of dollars. Do you think if you go out and you buy the Dark Star 9, not to put the company down, but you buy the Dark Star 9, you think they're going to suggest you to buy a 720p projector for their setup? No, they're going to suggest you to buy a top-end 4K projector. So $3,000 for the screen, and then an additional $3,000 to maybe $4,000 for the projector. Haven't even bought your sound system yet, or your movie chairs, or popcorn machine yet. Let's blow up something, let me see. I want to go something a little darker than that. Let's put some LG. I want the LG Jazz. LG Jazz demonstration. We don't consider this to be a contrast demonstration because there's too much color in it, but it'll show you that every time you see the screens turn to this tannish look to it, that means they're having a difficult time accepting color and contrast. Now, if it was all about white levels, people, then buy a white screen. That's the highest white level you're ever going to get from any screen. Buy a white screen. But people don't want white screens because why? Can't use them in fully lit environments because they wash out. No color, no contrast, nothing. Right, there you go. Let's go play with this over here and see what we get. So again, if we are using special camera settings, then that's gotta be, I got a, my phone's a Samsung Plus 10, that's my phone. So if I'm using special camera settings, man, I gotta be some heck of a settings that I can only hit my screen, make it brighter, and these screens are not affected. Man, that's some insane settings, I'll tell you right there. Virtually impossible, people. When people start talking like that, it's the equivalence of watching someone jump out of a plane without a parachute. You already realize you made the mistake. And you're just grabbing on for anything. Hopefully that maybe you may just bounce off the earth and maybe survive it, but the impact is going to be great. So it's virtually impossible. This is why we like doing live demonstrations, because it's live. Let's go get my personal favorite. OLED black test. This is my personal favorite. This is when you have the white dot moving around the screen. So what I like about this one is the fact that that black screen must maintain the white dot at the same time while keeping a dark contrast level. And the other screens must maintain the contrast level. They're going to see the white dot regardless. So you must maintain a contrast level and a white level at the exact same time. And for us, we have to see that white dot at all times moving back and forth across the screen. See, I tried to keep the demonstration short. I did, but again, I told you, there's so much stuff you're supposed to see in the demonstration. It's not even funny. When people come in and they do fast demonstrations, number one, they can't back the product. Number two, they know they can't run these tests. It's not going to go well. Fast and short, that's it. It's like you're going out and you're buying a product and you're looking at the specifications and it only has 2 lines next to it. So you might say how much for what? There's only 2 lines to it? Yeah, no. There should be enough information for you to understand exactly what you are purchasing, and you should be to see everything. You're supposed to see the white levels, you're supposed to see color, you're supposed to see contrast, you're supposed to see it in a fully lit environment. The room should be painted, you can see the window, you can see the ceiling, you're supposed to see everything. What type of caliper projector is being used, everything. Skyworth food demonstration. Now we also do this demonstration too. I like to do the white levels because again, you have individuals who have tried. We're not going to mention them. I don't want to taint my video with that nonsense. But We have individuals who got caught, and we all know, but basically tried to mark black technology as a way it doesn't have the ability to be able to pull up a bright image. So if that was the case, it'd be virtually impossible to see that little white dot moving back and forth. But let's go a little farther on this. This is the Skyward food demonstration. I like this because it shows colors, really bright high white levels, a little bit of contrast, but mainly is white levels in color. As I said before, that our technology, if it came up so dark, you wouldn't be able to see it. So we compare these tests that these so-called individuals have done, that they claim they have done, that our products are going to come up that dark. So let's see if we actually can match what they portray in their demonstrations. So as you can see, the title doesn't come up. The title is jet black. Now, you see right there, let's go back a little bit there. Oh, it's too far in this thing. We'll keep going. Now you can see, where's this dark screen that's supposed to pop up? If that was the case, we would have a lot of issues with the screen, a lot of issues, if it came up that dark. And there you go. White levels are way too high. They can pick up a high enough white level, but they can't see color and they can't see contrast. So technically, you just graduated to a white screen, or upgraded a white screen. Okay, we're about almost over time here. I don't want to go into like an hour of this, I'm trying to keep it short and sweet because we still have another demonstration to do next door on the dedicated black screen, the acoustic screen there. We're going to be doing it there next. Let's go play with this for the last one. This is what I explained to you. When you have gray, silver, and other screens, you're only entitled to certain things from your projector. Contrast and color will not be one of them. All right, let me see. Machine back here. So the question that people ask me, can you roll it up and down when you get done? Sure. The screen's been, we did a couple of demonstrations off of it. We left it alone. We kept it rolled up for about a couple of days and came back in and unrolled it. It's not going to crack, not going to peel, not going to jam the motor, none of that stuff like that. I love that black projection screen. That is freaking cool. We're not going to do a demonstration here because I don't want to go over my time. Just going to be setting up for the next one, which is going to be in our dedicated theater room. Much darker than the other rooms, eh? For those of you curious, that's an absolute black. That is a blackest acoustic screen we make. Absolute black 39s. My projector of choice in here is a Christie LW 505. At 5,000 lumens. Very powerful projector. Actually, that projector is more powerful than the projector we use outside on the 250. 250s, we only use 4,000 lumens outside on those. Oh, are you kidding? Did we just come off this Fire Stick just a few minutes ago? We just came off to get an update that fast. All right, people. I gotta come back in here in a few. My speaker's just cutting off behind the back of my screen. Just so you know, my centers are behind the back of my screen, my subs here to the side. All right, so we're gonna come back in. We're gonna have a demonstration. No, these are all new. Woohoo! All right, we're gonna come back in and we're gonna do some demonstrations in the dedicated theater room with our absolute black acoustic. These screens are already pre-coated. Not a big fan of painting, you don't have to. It's already done. Just attach it to your frame and you're done. Or just hang it down, it's up to you. All right, gotta go. I'll be back in. And God bless.